Hey guys, welcome back to DR Sports. Smash that like button on this video. How are you reacting to this Champions League quarterfinal and semi-final draw? You've got myself, AGT and Flex. And I know what you're thinking. First comment in this video, what are them two doing hosting this?
It's not about
even
you.
in the Champions League. Hey, that's what's going to be, isn't it?
We've won it more than some teams of you lot watching, yeah?
Hold tight. 9 between us, yeah? How many you got at home? But if you are at home, give us your comments to how you reacted to the draw. Today, we're going to talk about who we think is going to win the Champions League this year. Flex, let me remind you of how the draw went down today. The first name out of the hat, Paris Saint-Germain against FC Barcelona. That's a very interesting tie, that. I can't lie, no hiding places for either teams, both underperforming in terms of Europe. They have to do bits and only one can go through. Atletico Madrid and Borussia Dortmund. We've also got Arsenal, all right, against Bayern Munich, a return to North London for Harold Kane. And then, of course, in the other draw, we've got Real Madrid, the 14 times winners. A lot of them have been against Liverpool. And Manchester City, which does mean, Flex, that if Arsenal get through against Bayern and Man City get through against Madrid, we've got an Arsenal-Man City semi-final of the Champions League. Before we really break it down, how do you react to that draw?
Finally. I mean, I think in the round of 16, a lot of people were like, forgot games were on.
Yeah.
It felt a bit flat, and then there was a lot
ties.
of talk about, has the Champions League lost its spark? And, you know, it felt a bit boring. It's almost like, you know, UEFA have seen that and gone, right, we need a big draw. Let's give the fans what they want. Let's give the people what they want. Let's give the neutrals what they want. That's as good as the draw you can get. You can't get any better than that.
Perfect
With the teams that were left, that's what you want. You want them that way round. You want the, you know, I think on the side that PSG, Barca, and Atletico and Dortmund are in, you know, there's a high chance that, you know, that's the sort of, I don't want to say lesser side, but like when you look at the other side, it's a lot stronger.
Yeah.
So all the big teams are going head to head to get to the final, which gives, you know, people like Dortmund and Atletico a bit of a chance. Yes, they're going to have to play either PSG or Barcelona, but they're not the Barcelona of old. You know what I mean? And PSG, they're not Europe's elite.
Failing to impress
100% all
Europe,
the time. So the big side is that City, Arsenal, Bayern, and Real Madrid. And I think as far as the draw can go, bro, couldn't get any. I can't wait to watch it.
I can't. And again, I agree with you. I think, you know, there was a few maybe dull ties, if I'm honest, but it's really woken up. The Champions League draw has woken up. Was there any hot balls involved in the draw? I'm not sure, but it's the perfect one for the neutral. If you are an Arsenal fan or a Man City fan, let us know in the comments how you react. I mean, Real Madrid City, that could easily be a final, if I'm honest. Many years ago, maybe even PSG Barca could have been a final. Arsenal still obviously looking for their first win to actually go and win the Champions League. Out of these 8 teams, because now we know the semi-final, how that's going to look as well. And I've seen you on social media, you said Arsenal get through against Bayern. You've said City move Real Madrid to the side. Who's going to win this? Because if that's what you're saying, it's going to be an English team in the final against one of the other sides. But how do you see this one finishing?
Well, I'll start. You know, I'll start with Arsenal. Look, there's a few caveats to that. Like, Arsenal shouldn't fear Bayern Munich. Like, oh my God, I can't believe we got Bayern Munich. No, they should embrace Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
But there are some hurdles and like another mental challenge and another hurdle that this journey that they're on with Mikel Arteta, they've got to get over. It was the round of 16. Now it's the quarterfinal one as well, because I don't know if you've got any stats there, but I don't think they've got past that stage for a very long time.
Very long time.
Do you know what I mean?
Maybe since 2006.
See what I'm saying? Because it was the round of 16 was 14 years.
Yeah.
So we're talking a long time if you're getting into quarterfinal territory. And obviously Bayern, with the hoodoo of what they did to them last time
10-2.
they played them. 10-2 over 2 legs. Harry Kane. Listen,
Gnabry coming back to Arsenal.
Sane
coming back to
and
England.
just, you know, Bayern in general, I don't
Eric
think
Dyer.
I don't think mental. I don't think they're that great. I honestly don't. And look, I've watched them in the flesh, both games, home and away. I was there against United, and obviously, look, we lost both games. I'm not saying it like, oh yeah, we should have beaten them. I'm not saying that. I'm saying with my eyes, if I'm looking at better teams than Man United, I think Arsenal could do them over 2 legs. I don't want to say easily, but I think they can. Another thing Arsenal need to get over is the fact that even though there's no away goals, they play first. they play first. And in European
Big
football,
statement.
I don't care if there's no away goals. That's tough. It's tough, man. And if the lead's not big enough to bring to the Allianz, it's tight. It's tight. They need a lead to go there, whether it's by a goal or hopefully 2 for them. But if it's 0-0 or they're losing, I can't see them overturning that in Bayern. But I think they go for over 2 legs. I really do.
I'd actually agree with you, but I do think there's a lot of obstacles, as you said. That mental hoodoo of going up against Bayern Munich. Listen, that was a long time ago, but it still rings true that was the last big test that they had in the Champions League, and they failed and flopped massively. It was obviously under Arsene Wenger, massively different circumstances now, but the football gods, the script writers, they want Harry Kane to go back to Arsenal and do the damage.
Imagine.
Eric Dyer, Gnabry going back to his old team. There's so much to think about off the pitch before this game even happens. So that mental obstacle, it was almost like when I said that to win the league, Arsenal need to go to an Anfield and they need to go to the Etihad and win. I would class this as one of those in terms of what they need to go and do against Bayern.
But they don't need to go to Bayern and win. If they
don't,
get good,
but they have
it's
to.
all about the Emirates. If they can get 2-0
they almost
at the
have to
Emirates,
make the first tie,
you know what I mean?
good enough to see them into that second tie and maybe hold on for a draw. So that's going to be some game, by the way. 9th of April, second leg on the 16th of April. Let's talk about Real Madrid and Man City. I mean, again, City and Madrid have played a lot in the Champions League recently. And when you get to these stages, it should be no surprise that you're coming up against the Madrids and the Bayerns because they're going to be there or thereabouts.
You've got to beat the best, bro.
This isn't the Europa League anymore. This is the Champions League. So naturally, you're going to come up against guys that have won it multiple times, if not more than 10. But again, on socials, you said that you think Man City come through this. Now, if you look at Madrid, their kind of season that they're having, listen, it's good. It's a bit up and down, if I'm honest. But at the same time, still fighting for the league out in Spain.
Are they top?
I'm just actually going to check that for you, the La Liga table. The table reads Real Madrid top 69 points. They're 7 points clear of Girona, who are still there fighting.
Crazy.
Barcelona in 3rd place. Atletico just above Bilbao in 4th place. But again, 2 draws in the last 5 for Madrid. They haven't been totally on fire. So you don't think Jude Bellingham, Vinny, Rodrigo is going to be enough to see them through against City?
Listen, it's Real Madrid heritage, innit? Champions League, got to respect them. But how I saw City dust them down last year in the semis?
Yeah.
Semis, innit? First leg, what was it? 1-1. De Bruyne got that goal. Amazing goal. Or was it Rodri? I think it was De Bruyne. 1-1 at the... I think
that was the year before.
No, because that was when Benzema done the thing on them.
Right. So
last year it was
De Bruyne.
Rodri. Was it Rodri, the left foot one?
Yeah, mad goal.
Was that Rodri or was it De Bruyne?
No, it was Rodri. I remember.
Do you remember?
So it was
1-1 at the Bernabeu, and Vinny cut inside Kyle Walker and scored a wicked goal.
Yeah.
But when they got them back to the Etihad,
dusted them down. And it was so
Bernardo
unlike
Silva.
Real Madrid, though, wasn't it? When does that happen to
That's
Madrid?
what I'm saying, because it just off the year before when they had the miraculous comebacks against PSG, Chelsea,
and then we played them in the final.
Do you know what I mean? They just did the heritage thing, and then after that, I feel like they used every little bit of that. Had to go for a bit of a transition, find themselves, and City were too much for them. And I just think City over 2 legs, I just think will do them. But it's not a guarantee. What I would tell you is Arsenal ain't beating City over 2 legs.
You reckon?
I tell you that now. Arsenal won't beat City over 2 legs.
I'd agree with you.
At Wembley, one-off game.
Yeah,
I'm having Arsenal actually in that game. I actually have Arsenal for that. Yeah. 2 legs.
2 legs is tight.
I can't
and
see
don't
it.
forget,
I can't see it.
If they do meet in the
Sorry,
semi,
Arsenal fans.
If they do meet in the semi, it's going to come thick and fast between their meeting in the league and
well.
the title race.
Wow.
I think it could, and again,
help Liverpool.
It could help Liverpool. I know people are going to say, "Oh, you make it about Liverpool."
No, but this actually is a reason to beat. Yeah.
It could. If you look at Real Madrid's last game in the Champions League, underwhelming. 1-0 against Leipzig. You're looking at that thinking Leipzig 20 shots.
They had chances. Bro, I watched it. Bro, they had
Madrid
big
had 10.
chances. They had big chances.
Big chances. They couldn't put them away.
Chances.
So, right, I'm going to press you now because obviously the other tie is Barca PSG, and that's obviously a huge game in the Champions League, and Atletico Dortmund. Give me the finalists and then your winner. All right? Because
the finalists...
And then you do it in the comments at home as well.
The finalists will be... Atletico is stubborn. I think they'll get past Dortmund.
It's a similar matchup, though. I'd say between them and Dortmund.
Yeah, but I think Atletico will get past Dortmund. they could do the shit housery against PSG or Barcelona. Easily do it. I'm gonna say Atletico get to the final.
Really? Against City? Is that your finalist?
Mbappe, is he gonna let that run?
I mean, he does it on his own. It's
Yeah.
whether everyone else around him can pick it up. Asensio.
Do you know what? For the legacy and for what I like Mbappe to be, I'm gonna back him.
Okay.
PSG are gonna get to the final.
Okay. Against City.
Would be against City, innit?
See, I'm going a
Yeah.
little bit different.
Where are you gonna
I'm
go?
going.
Barca. Nah, man. Barca ain't doing that.
I'll go PSG Madrid final. And again, I think the sides of the tie I think PSG will be buzzing with that tie in terms of the semi as well. So I just think Real Madrid, can you discredit them in this competition?
No, you can't.
No,
You can never
it's
discredit
not the
them.
Madrid of 2 years ago,
No.
but they are still top of the league. Ancelotti does know how to
Still Real Madrid,
navigate
bro.
these April and May, the really tight
And I hope.
times.
Listen, I hope they destroy City.
Yeah,
I'm backing
so
all
do
the
I.
foreign teams, by the way.
Yeah, I don't. Because it's the worst.
100%.
You can't even stand.
I said
watching
I'm
another
behind
English
Arsenal
team
in the
win.
league. I didn't say anything about Champions League.
Yeah.
Bro. I want them man getting the human. I want Harry Kane rise.
Yeah, get in there. Great goal. Yeah.
Thunderclap.
Arsenal.
Harry Kane.
Cut through.
Harry Kane rise, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I
Alright.
need.
Okay, well, that is our finalists. I'll go for a Real Madrid 15th Champions League win. That's my opinion.
Mental.
And you're going to win it outright.
I think it's going to be City, which would
I think
sicken
it's going to
me,
be
bro.
City, which would be 2 in a row. But let us know in the chat if you're a PSG, Barca, Atletico, Dortmund, Arsenal, Bayern, Madrid, or a City fan. Who gets to the final? Who wins it? Will Arsenal overcome this Bayern Munich hoodoo? And will Man City take Madrid to the cleaners? It all is to be revealed on the 9th and the 16th of April in the Champions League. Don't forget, Europa League draw has been made as well. Liverpool play Atalanta. West Ham go to Leverkusen.
Oh,
right?
did they get
Xabi
Leverkusen,
Alonso,
did they?
They did, my friend.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
So that's going to be
West
a
Ham
big
are out.
tie,
West Ham are out.
potentially.
No,
and
no,
then
West-
it could
West
even
Ham
be
are out.
Leverkusen, Liverpool in the final,
need
the
that.
way it's set up.
I need that. I need all you man fucking on Xabi Alonso's nuts to come to us, and then I need him to beat you in the final.
Well, that's what you want. That's what you're hoping for.
Come on,
Just
Leverkusen.
like you're hoping for United to
I'm hoping
turn
for a
up
lot
at
of
the
stuff
weekend.
that's not in my control.
It really isn't. But there you go, people. We've rounded it up for you. Let us know who's the finalists and who wins this year's UEFA Champions League. I've been AGT. He's been Flex. Make sure you go and subscribe to the COP TV and United View. Some great previews between us coming for the game on Sunday, the big FA Cup tie. Smash that like button, comment and subscribe. We'll see you Monday around this table. Someone's going to be in
I
the
might
mud.
not be here.